Hey, what's up, everybody? And of course, I forgot to plug in the microphone. I'm sure you can hear me, but I think the microphone does make it slightly better. And as you can see, I'm being overrun by cats. Here. What was that? Can you do it again? I'm sure you're not going to do it again. Oh, you playing? You playing? Yeah. I think Trucker said he'd like to have you. Canadian Trucker. Maybe we should make that happen. Huh? Gotta get you fixed still. You're not old enough. Anyway, Aletha, happy belated birthday. Bourbon Street Nola. Wait a minute. Bourbon Street Joe Nola. Bourbon Street Joe Nola? Did I say that right? Curious Pete. I've seen that name 100 times. I don't think I've ever said it out loud. I think I say something else. Angry Blacksmith. What's up? Puppy Breath. What's up? Curious Pete. Did I say that already? Might have. You know, I haven't seen anything from Furious Pete in a long time. He had cancer there a while back. I wonder what's up with him. I need to make a post here on the boob tube, the ubed tubed. All right, Brownie, that's enough. I'm gonna make you guys get down in a second, anyways. Share, copy link. Need the thumbnail. Boop, boop, boop. All right, that is enough. Seriously, look, you're getting a cat hair on my table. Don't get your claws out of that. All right, one of you guys farted. Trying to get the thumbnail real quick. I will be with you guys as soon as I get this posted up. Download. Go to the YouTubes. Create a post. Okay. No. Whoops. No. Link. Paste. And boom. Of course, I have the wrong thumbnail, but that's okay. Alright, that's enough, YouTube. Or, I don't care. You guys can fight. I don't care. Phoenix, what's up? Readiness Rations? Well, that's different. You changed your name. It's not Readiness Reviews anymore. Readiness Rations. History Savior 1941. Hey, anybody in my chat right now who hasn't went and subscribed to History Savior 1941, you should do so. And let us know here in the chat that you done so. Or also leave a comment on one of History Savior's videos. We've got to get him up to 1,000 subscribers so he can do that giveaway that he's got to do. All right. I think I made a post. Or did I forget to hit send? Okay, Furious Pete. I had to look that up to see. 3 months ago, the fastest McDonald's BTS meal ever eaten. What's a BTS meal? Anybody know what BTS is? I'm lost. But yeah, for it's what?
It's a Korean band. Boy band.
Oh my god, it's a Korean boy band. Never mind. Sorry, my son just told me. So I have one of my favorite pound cakes here for Aletha's birthday, lemon poppy seed pound cake, and I have a birthday candle that's going to go in there. Pink, of course, for Miss Aletha. That'll be the last thing that I eat. But up here, we got some interesting items up here, and of course, most of you are going to recognize that this is a Canadian individual meal pack. On the back, of course, you get your QR code that takes you directly to the Canadian, Combat Rations page. All right, that's it. You got to go. You're going to end up tearing something down or up. All right. Jason Engert, what happened to Steve? I've not seen him in a long time. Steve is just doing what Steve does and taking his time, I guess. But I'm sure he'll be back with something bigger and better than ever. So, I also have this. This is a civilian, readily available. Now, this is an old one, but these are readily available. You can store these for very quick, instant meals. Just like, I mean, you can eat these cold. Alright, I'm trying to turn the volume down on my notifications here. Okay, got that done. Alright. Now, heater meals is I don't know, like, they are, hang on, I'm trying to look something up here. Looks like you can get a case of heater meal EXs for, or at the MTR Superstore. Looks like a case of maybe 8 of them, maybe for $116, or maybe 10 of them. Let me click into this and see how many you get. All right, time for you to go to. Go on. How many is in a case? It says that they only take 5 minutes to heat up. The same menus as what I have. Zesty barbecue and potatoes with beef. Southwest style chicken and rice with beans. Home style chicken noodles and gravy. Vegetarian pasta fagioli. Green pepper steak with rice, which is what we have here. And chicken pasta italiana. A case of them weighs 15 pounds, and one of these weighs 1 pound 2 ounces. So it looks like you're probably going to get 9 in a case, is what you're going to get. That sounds right. I think they're stacked 3 high. These 9-ounce meals, come in a box to serve. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to see if there was any good history on heater meals, but I'm not seeing really anything. I don't know when they started. I know that these have been around for at least 10 years. And I think they've been around a little bit longer than that. And these do come with a very effective and efficient flameless ration heater. They come with also. Let's just open it up. Let's just check it out. This, well, not this exact type. I have another one of these that Sticky Fingers sent me like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Been a long time, and for a long time, the heater meals video that he made was the biggest video he had on his channel. I can remember like 5 years ago that video having, I want to say it had like 10 or 15,000 views, and me and him were like, that's awesome. I don't know why the heater meals video did so much better than all the other videos, but at that time, and that was how it was. So it's got a nice little pull tab here to open. We're going to just go ahead and use that. There we go. Designed for select diets. What? What's that mean? I don't see anything there. This is a 2011. Heated by TrueTech Self-Heating Technologies. I guess that's probably going to be what the flameless ration heater is in there. Let's take a look at the back. Directions to heat meal. 1, it says open the flap, like we just done. on the side of the packet. Tab and slide out the cardboard tray containing contents. Number 2, insert unopened 3/4 pound entree inside the heater bag on top of the food heater pad. Open the water pouch and at the tear notch and pour into the heater bag. Water starts food heater within 20 seconds. Fold the heater bag over, or fold the heater bag to shaded dotted area and secure with resealable tape. Place the heater bag meal in the box. Close the box with tab. Place on a heat-safe surface. Heater bag may be used without box for field use. Okay, so you don't have to have the box. After 10 to 12 minutes, meal is hot and ready to serve. Remove the entree from the heater bag and open at the tear notch. Pour onto a tray and enjoy. Well, there you go. A hot meal anytime, any place. So basically, this is just a civilian version made by Heater Meals for, camping, or food storage, or whatever. This is not the most efficient or effective way to store food. This takes up a lot of space, honestly, for no more than what it is. How many calories is in this meal? 1,020 calories in this entire box. Now, I don't think... Okay, so it includes a 3/4 pound entree, a King's Delicious Fancy Fruit Mix, a Challenge Nutrition and Vitamin Bar, cutlery, salt and pepper, salt-free seasoning, and moist towelette. That must be what the select diet thing is for, designed for select diets. That way you can lower your sodium intake there a little bit. I did want to see, what's the sodium level in here? 730 milligrams is what's going to be, I guess, in the entire contents. Not just the main. I don't know. Anyway, there it is. Green pepper steak. And packaging is in really good shape. No delaminating or anything. I mean, it is 10 years old, and this is made for civilians. So you got to kind of wonder, did they build these to last like they do for MREs? I doubt it. Now this is kind of nice. It's got a nice gusseted bottom, so it'll stand up on its own. Here we have our fancy fruit mix. Okay, looks like there's pineapple, mango, or is that mango? What is that? That's not mango. That's what is that? Passion fruit maybe? It's like raisins. I don't know. Guess I could turn it over and see what the ingredients list says. Papaya, raisins, pineapple, and cranberries. So legit, just fruit. I've never heard of King's Delicious before. Never heard of that. What else we got in here? Ooh, look at this thing. This is like a First Strike bar, I guess, right? I don't freaking know. It kind of looks like a brownie consistency, kind of. I don't know. Was this supposed to be a chocolate bar? Just kind of melted all to crap? I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that. This is a Challenge Dairy Products Incorporated. Uh-oh. Got some dairy in it. Lots of soy protein. Vitamins and minerals. Canola oil, cocoa. Processed with alkali. Dextrin. I'm not seeing any dairy. 450 calories on that bad boy. Guess I could turn it over to where you can see it a little better. What else we have in here? We got our little I guess if you want to call that an accessory packet there. The no salt gourmet seasoning. You got salt. I guess no pepper. I don't know. Maybe pepper. And looks like maybe a moist towelette in there. Yeah. Yep. Got a napkin and a spoon. Not too bad. Not too bad. Here's your heater meal pack of water. Which I've heard that these there's a foam tray to eat off of, I guess. But I've heard that these flameless ration heaters really kick some butt. I've actually used a couple of these before. Whenever we were in Kentucky at Bob's, I used a couple. Well, I think I used 2 of these while we were there. It's very short. I've got to say, this is the shortest flameless ration heater I've ever had. Typically, they're about that long. I mean, that's pretty normal. But I will say that this is much wider than a normal military flameless ration heater, and that is to accommodate that larger pouch there. This is a lot closer to how the Canadian mains are. Now, this does seem like a pretty heavy, hefty main meal. I think we're going to go ahead and use the flameless ration heater. We're just going to... I'd rather boil this, honestly, because it is 10 years old. Yeah, I really did want to use that flameless ration heater. We might... I don't know what we'll do with it. I guess I can just set it off just to set it off, but... I mean... I don't trust this 10-year-old civilian food that much. It is in a retort pouch, which is the only reason I'm even going to attempt it. So there's that. We'll heat that up with the rest of everything. Now, this right here, I got to start off by saying this is courtesy of, I believe Saltycroccollectibles sent this to me. This is a Kraft spiral macaroni and cheese dinner. Now, I'm thinking about doing this in a live stream. I got it out. I wanted to ask you guys if you would even be interested in seeing that. Literally boil the water right here, cook this, and see how it turns out. This is a very cool collectible box. The cheesiest. That's the proof of purchase. It says Spiral, the cheesiest. There's your nutritional information on there. I can't remember what year this. Oh, 88. This is probably from 87. Best when purchased by March 30th of 88. So this was probably produced in 87. I mean, I can't imagine them giving this any more than a 1-year shelf life, which they may put a year on a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I'd have to go back and look, or go to the store and look at a new box and see how long, because I don't think I have any of this in my pantry. See how long the date is on them right now. That's interesting. It looks like it's been cut, and it does feel like the noodles are just loose in there. What does this box contain? Is the cheese in here? Directions. Add macaroni. Microwave directions. Okay, add macaroni, 1 teaspoon of salt, if desired, to 6 cups of boiling water. Stir. Boil rapidly, stirring occasionally, 7 to 10 minutes, or to desired tenderness. Drain. Add 1/4 cup parquet margarine, 1/4 cup of milk, and the cheese sauce mix. And the cheese sauce mix. Mix well. Makes 2 1/4 cups. So it does come with some cheese sauce mix. And then we got to also have milk, salt, margarine or butter, and that's it, I think, and water, obviously. But would you guys be interested in seeing something like this? You know, I'll do my research on Kraft macaroni and cheese and see if I can find anything cool and interesting about the history of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I'm sure there's some really cool stuff out there about it. And we could have this on a live stream. Of course, I'll add in some other stuff. I can't just have macaroni and cheese. I have this chicken and mashed potatoes, which I didn't realize what this actually was. I seen Trucker do a review of this a long time ago and didn't even realize that I had it. And this was actually sent to me by Seth Bop, or what's his YouTube name? Wow. All right, Eeyore. Jeez, it took me a second, but he sent me that, and he also sent me these Adventure Bites, honey habanero cheese bites by Oatmeals. I figured, you know, some stuff like that, and I might even make up some. I mean, this is like, I've got to get more of these. This is definitely going to be one of new favorite Mountain House items because, oh my God. And then Blindside, I think, is the one that gave me this. Figured, I mean, that actually looks really good. Of course, it's not going to look like that with asparagus and eggs and, I don't know, probably some sort of meat in there or something. I don't know. Maybe that stuff is in here. I don't know. Maybe it's like freeze-dried. It does. It feels like that. I don't know. It feels like there's a ball of noodles sealed in there. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I'm going to look at the chat right now and ask the question, would you guys be interested in seeing this cooked up live? 1987. How old would that make this? 87, 97, 07. That's 20 years. 23, 24, almost 25 years old. 25-year-old Kraft macaroni and cheese. I can't imagine. This might not be any good, to be honest. I really don't know. I'd say that the cheese has probably went bad because I'll bet it's got lots of dairy in it. Nutritional information. Let's see. What's the ingredients? Cheese sauce mix is, let's see. Cheese culture. Milk. Boom. See that? Milk. Also, well, skim milk's okay. Then, oh, buttermilk too. Ooh. I'll bet you this is super funky. But I'm willing to cook it up, and I'm willing to try it out. So, I don't know. If you guys are down for that, I will give that a try. And looks like I missed a super chat. Hey, look, there's Dan. Smokey's reconstituted meal night. Love it. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dan. Holy cow, cyanide cookies, Dan over in Australia. Looks like it's wait, hang on. What is today? Today is the what is it? Oh, it's the 4th. So I guess it'd be the 5th where Dan's at right now. Dan is always living in the future, if you guys didn't know, over in Australia. They're what, 12, 13 hours ahead of us, something like that. And free Kraft dinners, home plate heroes on this package. Baseball players cards. Yeah, this one's got Jose Canseco on it too. And I got a Jose Canseco autographed bat hanging right here, and I got a autographed, really nice autographed picture of Jose Canseco that's framed and matted. It's really nice. But thank you again so much for that super chat. Dan, you're the best, buddy. And man, I've been meaning to ask you if you ever got that other box that Aletha sent over. I sent some really cool stuff in that. I really would like to see you get that. And I also wanted to ask you what you thought of that jerky. But again, I guess for the 20th time that I asked and I got sidetracked, would you guys be interested in seeing that Kraft macaroni and cheese? Because, I mean, you might be, you might not be. I mean, I can totally understand that you wouldn't be. If it was 87, it would be 34 years old. 34? Oh, yeah, it would be. It is 87. You're right. It's 34 years old. 34-year-old Kraft macaroni and cheese. 34-year-old. Miss Gail says sure. Miss Marilyn says yes. Bus Stop says the macaroni and cheese is older than I am. Well, you're lucky. It's not quite as old as I am. Not quite. Almost. Just as well to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. Like, overdo it. And I think this is probably, I don't know how much older you can get. I'm sure macaroni and cheese probably been around. I don't know. When did Kraft macaroni and cheese start? That, now, I'm super curious, and I have to ask Google, when did, nope, that's spelled wrong, Google. When did Kraft cheese come out? Okay. 1937. 1937. Kraft macaroni and cheese has been around. Check out these vintage ads. Look at that. I don't know how old that one is, but super nostalgic. Look at that. You get a lot of lunch for a nickel. Focus. There we go. Kraft home cooked dinners. Let's see if I can find another. Here's another old ad. Kraft dinner for fluffy macaroni with fine cheese flavor. That is a really old ad. That's probably 30s or 40s, something like that. And it came out in, what did I say, 1937? There's another old ad. Let's see here. There's a picture of a cool old vintage box. I've never looked for um, boxes of vintage macaroni and cheese, but I probably will now. There's another good picture of it. Focus. Focus. There. Oh, it's not liking that. Oh, that's the first Kraft dinner package. Interesting. Okay. Well, wait. When did it? I did say 1937. Yeah. Yep. 1937. So this is what, 50 years after they started? Yeah. That's cool. This is like a 50th anniversary box. This started in 37. This is from 1987. That's a 50-year anniversary box. That's cool. That is cool. All right, let me get this open. Wow, I usually don't mess them up that bad. This is the ham and scallop potatoes. Menu number 2. Military ration, do not resell. Ration, yeah, okay. Of course, there's French on here that I'm not even going to attempt to try to read because I've never learned any French. I wish I knew another language, but I do not, unfortunately. Excuse me. Let's see. Seems like everybody's on board with checking out the macaroni and cheese, and like I said, I'll add some other food items in with that, so I'm not just having macaroni and cheese and heating up old macaroni and cheese, because there's a very good chance with all that milk in there, it's probably not going to be good anyways. But they stopped making the chicken noodle dinner in 2009. That sounds good, actually, chicken noodles. All right, first thing I grab out of here is raspberry jam. Nice little package of raspberry jam. I wish they'd make these bigger. 20 grams is not enough. That's a personal opinion of mine, but I wish they would make it an ounce and a half. Change the camera up a little bit here. Gotta do this right. Alright. Next up we have a ice sports drink. So basically blue drink. We get those times 2. Almost felt like it was solid. What else we got in here? Ooh, raisins and spice oatmeal. Now, if you didn't know, ham and scallop potatoes to a Canadian or to the Canadian military is a breakfast. So this is a breakfast item. Here, I would consider this to be a dinner item, but or lunch or dinner, either one. But more, I'd lean more towards a dinner, like now. Peanut butter, again, 20 grams. Wish we had a little more than that. What else do we have here? Some tropical trail mix. Nice. I guess I shouldn't cover up the raspberry jam, should I? Ice times 2. What else? Oh, we got a hamburger bun? Why? Oh, peanut butter and jelly. I was like, what the heck? Didn't make sense in my brain for a minute. We also have, oh, I love the sweet and creamy Nescafe. This is good stuff. Huge fan. Of course, if you like black coffee, you're not going to like that. You know what I mean? So I kind of disagree with them putting that in there. Although I like it. Someone who prefers to have black coffee or just black coffee with just cream or black coffee with, just sugar, just cream or black, they're stuck with fully loaded coffee. Here we have a nice little cute retort package of Tabasco. Put that right there. What else do we have in here? We have our Pembroke matches. Keep matches away from children. These are white tip. Yeah, let's see. These are Eddie Match made in Pembroke. Sorry. Pembroke, Ontario. There we go. Did that just say product of the U.S., but it was made in Ontario? How is that? How is that? Am I crazy? What am I thinking here? Like, how is this made in Ontario, but they're considering it a product? Oh, cool. Look at that. I don't know that I've ever gotten a pack of matches. Oh, there's 3 of them stuck together. 3 matches stuck together right there. History Savior. Thank you for the super chat, History Savior. Don't burn the house down. I think I'll be able to manage not burning the house down. I appreciate the heck out of that super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. History Savior. Like I said, man, History Savior's got some really cool stuff over on his channel, guys. If you haven't went over there and subscribed yet, I'm personally asking you to please do so. Please go over there, subscribe to his channel if you like what he's doing. I'm not going to say if you don't like what he's doing, you know, obviously you wouldn't want to subscribe, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. Here is your Canadian toilet paper. Or butt ration. This is what they get you. It's a napkin to wipe your face or your butt. I don't know what the Canadians you need more than that, you know. You can split this into 2 humongous sheets, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. That's a personal opinion, but I don't think I could clean up with that. Here we have our amazingly well-made Canadian beverage bags. You can put hot or cold in these things, and I mean they're great. They got the gusseted bottom to set up just like a cup would. What do we have for dessert in here? Sliced apples. I ain't had those in a minute. Okay. What else? We have the little Canadian maple leaf reconstitutable towel. And the amazing Canadian spork here. This thing, I'm telling you what, awesome, awesome, awesome. Didn't think that you could improve on the U.S. military spoon, but Canada did it. Here we have 4 little Tic Tacs that are fresh mint flavored. That they suck. I'm not a fresh mint Tic Tac fan. If they would put a little package of 4 orange flavored Tic Tacs in there, I mean, that would be the bomb. And here we have our scalloped potatoes and ham. There's your whole meal. Your whole Canadian IMP from 2019. Now, if you didn't know, I'm sure most of you guys will probably already know this, but Canada has finally moved to a bag. And I do believe it's a resealable bag with a zipper on it, or a press and seal, which is nice. And I believe they're now waterproof, which has been a thing that IMPs have never been. They have never been waterproof. Finally, they have caught up with the times. Unfortunately, though, I do think that the old packaging is much more environmentally friendly, much more biodegradable, although that lining, maybe not. Maybe not. So, but I foresee a lot of people keeping the bags from the new meals and reusing them for other purposes. So maybe they'll go on as life as having some guy putting his cigarettes or his cell phone or something like that and putting it in his bag to keep it dry, something of that nature. That way they go on living life as more than just the meal bag itself. Now these things here, this would not fit my cell phone. Not with that gusseted bottom. It just wouldn't work. This is an old crappy cell phone that I'm still using because mine got destroyed. Got ran over about 3 times, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm still sick about it. Alright. Typically I put my leftovers in the little bag there. It's good to see Dub C made it. Him, Bob, and Shocker are out camping, Bob said. So they're out doing their thing. Let me get this scalloped potatoes with ham opened up. take a look at this Baxter's packaging, by the way. I do believe that the first scalloped potatoes and ham that I ever had was from Baxter's, or was from something with a W. I can't remember. Who else used to make the big silver packs like this? I can't remember what the old brand was. Well, that's not good. Look at that. What the heck happened to this thing? That is definitely not a good look. That is almost cut through the bag. I mean, I don't see any leakage. Still airtight. But that was almost a disaster right there. You know, and I had another one of these meals that the main was opened up on as well. I didn't even really inspect the pouch on it. But yeah, that's not good. That should have never made it past quality control. Huh. The date on this is 164th day of 2018. So it's looking looking like this is about, what, 3 years old? And we also have over here, what's the date on this? 187th day of 2011. Is that the 187th day here too? No, 164th day. Alright, I'm going to go throw both of these up in some boiling water. Boil them both about the same amount of time, and then I'll come back while that's doing its thing. We will get the rest of this stuff put out onto a tray. Thanks again to History Savior and Dan in Australia for the super chats so far tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and don't forget to say happy birthday to Miss Aletha in the comments. Hey, look at that. I can already see it. CT with the super chat from up in Canada. One of my Canadian brothers. If it wasn't Baxter's printed on the main, it was likely Warnick. It may have been Warnick. That's probably been, let me think. By the way, thanks for that super chat, CT, or Mr. Canadian Trucker. How many years ago has that been now? Probably 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. That I had that, and it was probably, I mean, who knows, 4 or 5 years old when I had it. So it was, 7, 8, 12, 13 years old, roughly, if I was to guess. Oh, raisin and spice egg. I forgot about having that. Cool. So we're doubling up on the meals tonight. We got 2 meals out here. Again, thanks again for the super chat, Trucker. You guys got to go subscribe to Trucker's channel too. He does some really awesome stuff over there. Travels around, has all kinds of different pizza, meets up with folks all across the country, and definitely worth your time to go watch his videos and subscribe to his channel. Alright. Tropical Trail Mix. bun, peanut butter and jelly, oatmeal, drink, Tabasco. Right. This napkin up here out of the way. All right. Now let me get the sliced apples I forgot about. These might go good with that lemon poppy seed pound cake. Probably would have been better to have an apple flavored cake, but we also have this fancy fruit thing. Oh, that might go good in the raisin and spiced oatmeal. This should have some nuts or something in it. Got another cutlery kit here that I probably won't use, and this stupid bar thing. The challenge bar. Let's get started with some sweet and creamy. Alright. Now, like I said, man, this is one of my... I think this is the bomb. But again, if you don't like your coffee fully loaded, you're just kind of screwed. You know what? I want to try just this powder. I've never done that. Ooh. Ooh. It's not bad. I mean, if I didn't have no water to make the coffee, I would eat that. I mean, that would be a very bold coffee-flavored snack, but not bad, actually, as just a powder on its own. Let's give it some water. This is my collar changing mug, I guess you'd call it. Good old Bob going to come out and say hello as it heats up there. Slowly but surely. Alright. I doubt I even really need to stir that. Let's see. One of these takes 250 mils. Basically half of, well, it is half bottle of water. Let's get a, ooh, that could have been bad. Oh, I did not clean that glass very good last week. Just washed it and did not dry it. And we have some of the hardest water that you can possibly... Holy shit. Oh! We have some of the hardest water you can possibly have, and really, honestly, some of the most disgusting water that you could possibly have. But there's a good look at the powder. I'm going to try just this powder on its own, too. I don't know if I've ever even done that. I don't think I have. Kind of a Breaking Bad look to it. I gotta say, that powder, oh, it's killer. Absolutely, like, really good candy. Okay. I'll give it some water here. Let's see, about half a bottle. How am I going to do this with a bottle that's already open? Should have... Okay. About where my thumb's at. Alright. I think that should be about right. 250 mils. The poutine version of this one, the poutine IMP, The cheese curds are weird, but I absolutely do love the fact that they put chicken in it. If you go somewhere that makes poutine on a regular basis and you ask them to put chicken in it, they look at you real funny. I've actually had that experience a couple times. All right, I'm going to go grab those mains. I think they're probably heated up, right? I'm pretty sure. What is it? The tap water here tastes and smells like sulfur. That sounds like well water to me. But it's bad here. Our water is very dangerous. They sent me a booklet of papers about that thick of the dangers of our water. You're not even supposed to boil it and use it. And even though I do it, I'm probably going to end up with some sort of, I don't know. I don't even want to jinx myself by saying that. Well, I hope I boiled these long enough. There they are. I'm going to set them back here out of the way for right now. And it's weird because when I walked in there, it smelled like food. I didn't see anything that had boiled out, really. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look real hard, but let me see. And I'm not going to lie, my stomach has been tore up the past couple days. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. My stomach's been messed up. I couldn't even eat yesterday at all. I tried to eat, and I took like 2 bites, and it made me feel nasty. So, is this really a breakfast? Yeah, if you're asking B Temple, B Temple will tell you that yes, this is a breakfast, and to me it's odd. I mean, as an American, this is not a breakfast to me, but in Canada, it is. This is what they consider a breakfast. All right, we got some tropical trail mix here. Take a look at that. All right, we got some almonds. Some what else is in here? I gotta rip off before I read the ingredients. We got roasted almonds, salted, roasted peanuts, cashews. Where's our fruit? Pineapple. What else? Diced papaya and pineapple, looks like. So that's what your orange and your yellow colors are there. It says these are salted. Let's find out real got It looks like it's got a little bit of salt to it. Look at that. Let's see. It does. That's actually a little bit salty. That has a lot of salt in it, actually. Holy cow, look at this. Can you see that? I'm going to put some on my finger here. Look at that. That is salt, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this cashew. Whoops. And I just dumped out some of the salt. Look at that. Wow. That is super cool. Huh. Well, I don't remember it being that way last time I had it. Looks like I might have missed a super chat from Horny Animal. Says, hope you feel better, Smokey. Well, thank you for that super chat, Horny Animal. And I hope I can eat tonight. And thank you for the well wishes there. My stomach's like weirdly cramping, I guess. I very seriously almost like called this off tonight because I was like, I'm not even going to be able to eat. My appetite is minimal at best. The fact that I don't even want to eat and I haven't eaten now for a couple days tells me something's wrong with me. Because I like to eat, just like most people like to eat. And right now, I'm not feeling hungry at all. So it's kind of strange. Like I said, okay, hold up. I'm not gonna. Where is it? Sorry, little flyer gnat, and I didn't get you. I see you still. That or I'm seeing things. I could be seeing things. That is for sure. I don't want something flying around landing in my food. Kind of interested to see how... Here, let's look at this thing real quick. Because, I mean, it's hard. Not quite hard as a rock because I can bend it. But it does have rice. Rice bran. Not just rice, rice bran. Malt extract. High fructose corn syrup. Canola oil, cocoa. I don't know. This thing's big too. Like it's hefty and thick. It's 100 grams, I think. No, it's 115 grams. This is a big bar. That is not a good sign right there, is it? What is that? Some sort of oil that's leaked out. Let me smell it. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that smells like rancid oil. You can see it there. I just rubbed it all over my fingers. Now I'm going to have to go wash my hands. I'll bet. Oh, I had a Best Buy date on it that was worn off. Best Buy something there. That's what that says. Best Buy sometime in 2011 or 12 probably. I mean, as far as looks go, it's very shiny. Smell it again. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a very familiar smell. This is going to be gross. It's going to be very... It's got a lot of rancidity going on there. Just wrap that back up and set it right there. I'm going to wash my hands real quick so as to not contaminate my other food. Be right back. As far as flavor goes. Alright. Sorry about that break there, guys. I'm gonna take a sip of this. I'm thirsty. You know, I didn't even put the whole 250 mils in that, and it's weak. It's pretty weak, honestly. Okay. It's the good old Canadian hamburger bun. Smells just as weird as ever. Oh, this one didn't get cut. Look at that. Hang on, focus, camera. Camera focus. There we go. This one did not get cut. A little bit right there. Actually, I'm talking smack. It did get cut. But only not even halfway. Not even halfway. Stops right there. Starts again back clear over here. So, that's a very, very minimal cut at best. Okay. This hamburger bun wrapper. And we have raisin and spice oatmeal. Almost want to save the oatmeal for later. I'm definitely not going to make it right this moment, or it'll be nasty and soggy by the time I get to eat it. Alright. We're going to start off with the green pepper steak. Green pepper steak with rice. This should be well heated. We're going to see what it looks like. This is a 10-year-old civilian green pepper steak and rice. Doesn't smell bad so far. It's a very hearty portion. That's probably good. Alright, good enough. That is a lot. A lot. Let's go ahead and use this utensil that they provided. And they provided all these seasonings, I'm going to guess probably because it might need it. So, let me get this stuff out of here. If I can. Alright, we do have a package of salt that is attached to a pack of pepper. And there's our Gourmet Seasoning no salt. Dehydrated onion, garlic, paprika, celery, bell pepper, tomato, carrots, cornstarch, chili pepper, torula yeast, and natural smoke flavor. That is interesting. And there's your moist towelette. We might get to use that here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and going directly for the steak. That's some big old grains of rice. They're very, very large. And there's a piece of green pepper there on top. Nice. Alright, give this a try down the hatch. Oh, it about choked me. I sucked something down the wrong side. What the heck? Well, it's not bad, but it ain't good. I definitely pick up on the green pepper. The green bell pepper, the flavor, is there. The steak itself, not a bad texture. It has absorbed a considerable amount of packaging flavor. So, without trying to be a repetitive music box, I sucked a piece of pepper down my throat on the wrong side. I apologize. Taking a drink is not helping. It's like a pepper skin. I can feel the flap of it. Okay, I think it's better. I mean, it's still there, but it's better. Damn it. All right, maybe if I take a bite of something, it'll help. Going back in for it. Like I said, I didn't want to sound repetitive with the oh, horny animals, let's chew your food and don't die on us. I put that bite in my mouth and I took a breath, and a piece of the pepper flew down the wrong down my windpipe. I guess I don't know what really happens technically when you think something went down the wrong side. Maybe it does. But like a flap of pepper went down my throat on the wrong side, is what I guess. Now my throat's a little sore. This is not really that appetizing to me right now. But if I had an appetite, I feel like hang on. Let's try to get a cross section on this steak here and see what we got going on with it. Okay, I mean, not horrible. Thank you again for that super chat there, horny animal. I really appreciate that. You guys are too generous and too kind. I thank you guys so much. The grain in this meat, of course, this is pressed and formed. This is not just chunks of steak cut up like I wish it was. But of course, it's a ready-to-eat meal, so they go through and really give you just crap. That's typically what happens. All right, let's try it again. Let's see. As far as the standard flavors goes, it's got a slight sweetness to it, almost like a teriyaki, I would say. The pepper flavor is throughout. The rice is almost non-existent. I mean, it's just mush at this point. It's got a little bit of texture. So, I mean, I guess you're getting some nutrition from it, but the steak itself does add some flavor, but not a lot. The texture of the meat is nice. It's not weird and gristly. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, honestly. What is that? What is that? Is this even supposed to be in this? What is it? Looks like a potato. Not a potato. That had to be a piece of water chestnut. It's very crunchy. This is supposed to be like an Asian-inspired dish. It needs the salt. I'll say that. It doesn't feel like there's really any salt in here, but put some right here. And I will eat from this corner. I'm going to go ahead and add some pepper too, to spice it up a little bit. Looks like a mix between black and white pepper. It says black pepper, but that is not. I mean, that's mainly, looks like white pepper. Tell me there's some steak there. Okay. As you can see, there's some seasoning added. It's definitely picked up some flavoring from the retort pouch. Metallic in nature. It's by far not the worst thing I've ever eaten. As far as that goes, I mean, for 10 years old, I'm actually surprised. I expected this to be much worse. I don't think this is exactly what it was 10 years ago, but I do think that this is passable as a meal. I mean, I think you could eat this entire thing. I think there should be a little more steak in it than what there was. But if you're hungry, you're going to eat this and enjoy it. Honestly. You know, I want to try this this gourmet no salt seasoning on a bite real quick and see what it's all about. Maybe I don't want to overdo it and get any come out at all. There we go. All right, some of that no salt seasoning. It's almost like no flavor seasoning. Yeah. This stuff sucks. It doesn't have any potency to it. Cat, go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, little one. Alright. Get rid of my trash here real quick. And we'll move on to the scallop potatoes with ham, because that, I happen to know, as long as it's not compromised, is going to be killer. There we go. I don't know what to do with this exactly. I'm going to run this into the kitchen real quick so I ain't setting it off to the side here. Just, hey, here, Mr. Sound really quiet. Walk in here. Listen. Hurry up. Walk in. Right there. Good. It doesn't. It's very quiet. That or something wrong with me. All right. Moving on to scallop potatoes with ham. And I like putting it in the bowl, not only because it makes it easier for cleanup, but also, if I put it out on this tray, it will be cold within 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. It is quick that it gets cold. The tear notches are not working, by the way, so I've got to start it with my knife. Nice. Cut. Alright, I didn't. Okay, yeah, it did. Ooh, this looks different than when I used to eat this. This is actually very different than the last time. I haven't had a scallop potatoes IMP for a long time. The scallop potatoes and ham that I used to eat were American. They were civilian, and I've had vintage, obviously. But this is worlds different than what I even actually expected it to look like. That looks fantastic. I'll get you guys a close-up of it. Look at that. Looks like there's a lot of like butter or something there. It's kind of hovering on the top. I'm ready to dig into it, give it a try. Ooh, look at that. Get you guys a look at that ham. Look at that. Nice grain to that ham. It's got a really nice, natural looking appearance. Instead of it looking like that very chopped and pressed and formed type deal, which obviously this is. I mean, it's squares of ham. But that looks like it's not overly processed, if you know what I mean. Alright, here we go. Try this ham. Down the hatch. That's a big old chunk of ham. Very tender. I expected there to be a little more resistance on the chew, because this is very, very soft. I think it has to do with being cooked in this sauce, this creamy, buttery, cheesy sauce. But those potatoes, those look like money. The sauce looks really good. I really didn't get a read on the sauce or anything with the ham. The ham is kind of lacking on the ham flavor. It's not intense at all. I kind of expected it to be a whole lot more, strong. All right, here we go. Let's try these potatoes. Creamy, really nice. Not as salty as I remember, which is a good thing. The cheese sauce, not anywhere near as cheesy as I remember it, but it does remind me of like a potato soup, kind of. I've had. I used to make cheesy chicken potato soup. I would cut up a bunch of chicken breast and put in the very cheesy potato soup. And you talk about an amazing meal. God, I love that stuff. I would eat that up. And I haven't had that in like 6 years. I used to make it and take it to work. But since I got hurt, I kind of stopped cooking. Alright, let's try it all together. The ham kind of reminds me of just like it's overcooked. It's what it seems like. It's just so tender. It's There's no chew to it, hardly. There's more resistance chewing the potatoes than there is the ham. And I'm not a huge fan of that. You guys know I'm a big texture eater. It's not even adding a whole lot of flavor to the whole ordeal. I mean, I think it did boil some of the flavor out into the entire dish, but as far as the meat itself, not so much. I mean, it doesn't taste bad at all. It's a good meal. I do just wish it had more firmness to the ham. The cheese sauce is definitely very rich and creamy. Not overly cheesy, which it can get offensive when you try to do something like this. It just gets, the cheese can get too rich, and you just can't eat much of it, or it turns your palate off real quick. This is not like that. This is pretty good. I would not call it mild by any stretch of the imagination. But again, this doesn't seem like a breakfast to me. This is definitely more of a dinner to my palate. If you want to wash it down with this blue stuff, the ice drink, that I definitely made a. I mean, it's weak, but it does have a really nice, tangy, I guess, somewhat tropical flavor. What flavor is ice even supposed to be? Does it say? Huh. Nothing that indicates what flavor it really is. It's just blue. Ice. I don't know. It's definitely not raspberry or blueberry. I'm going to try this thing. It's definitely got a strange look to it, kind of. Especially where that little divot right there is. It's been melted and, I guess, reformed and melted and reformed numerous times, I would say. Doesn't have a bad look to it. But judging by the way it smelled, I mean, it looks like a brownie, kind of. But it has that classic rancid oil scent to it. I'll give this a nibble. This reminds me of something I ate on Eating History. Yep. I'm just going to eat it all. The rice is in there. You can definitely pick that up when you're chewing. The texture is it kind of falls apart as you chew it. Very firm to start with, and then it loosens up really quickly. The overwhelming flavor is rancid oil. And then you pick up some cocoa, some chocolate. It's not so rancid that it's making my mouth numb. It just tastes rancid. It tastes like rancid vegetable oil. That's what it smells like. It tastes like. On Eating History, Josh cooked up these Duncan Hines cookies. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. No. From the 70s, I think they were. And when he cooked those things up, they were so rancid. Just the smell, I knew that they were going to taste almost like, I don't want to gross you guys out, really, really bad. Um, they smelled like they came out of a person, kind of, and not the top end, but the bottom end. And he cooked them up, and like it was time to try them, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll just literally, I'm just going to nibble on it because I already knew that it was bad. Like, you don't try to eat something when you know it's bad. That's stupid. That's not what the show was about. That's not what doing this is about. It's about how long can food last and still be edible and still have a trait of, being desirable to eat. This, I would eat this. It does have that very telltale sign of rancid vegetable oil, but it's still edible, and there's not any weird side effects to my tongue. If I ate this whole bar, I might probably get a stomach ache, honestly. But if in a survival situation, it would probably be worth it. I don't think it would make you sick. I don't think it would make you puke. I think it might give you a little bit of stomach cramps or something, but other than that, that'd be about it. Ooh, it might be something to do with those 19 essential vitamins and minerals also that are in there. I'd say some of those vitamins have went bad, and that's also some of the scent and flavor that I'm getting here. Honestly, didn't even think about that till just now when I looked at the package. So I got to go in for another bite just to try it. Huh. So yeah, maybe it's a really good mix of, or really well balanced mix of rancid oils and expired vitamins. When vitamins go bad, though, they can turn into some really, really rough stuff. Sweet and creamy coffee. That's like a treat for me. It's like a dessert almost. It is good. Very good. All right. Clean my spork. It is time for some peanut butter and raspberry jam, I think. That, the peanut butter and raspberry jam can go, excuse me. Oh, weird throat feel right now. I feel like I'm sucking air where I shouldn't be. It's kind of stupid. Alright, that's pretty well needed. Pretty well, but not good enough. I keep looking at that Kraft spiral macaroni and cheese back there from 1987, and I keep thinking I'd really like to. It's got the 1986 stats on it. I wonder if this might be 1986. That might be why that's not a 50th anniversary. Surely Kraft celebrated their 50th anniversary in 1987. This may be 1986. Huh. Might have like a year and a half shelf life or something. It's very possible. I'm not really sure though, because I've never paid that much attention to my Kraft macaroni and cheese. O3s are sweet weapons, huh? I like both Fordman. Cut my teeth on a 30/30. Wouldn't mind having an M700 Remington or a 270. Where I usually hunt, an iron sight 30/30 works best, so that's what I usually use. Yeah, Jose Canseco. Yeah. I was just watching something the other day with Jose Canseco. Can't remember. Somebody weird was dating his daughter too. Like, it might have been like Machine Gun Kelly or something. I can't remember who it was. He was dating his daughter. Somebody you wouldn't want dating your daughter, probably. I think is why I remember. Poor guy. Sometimes I'm glad I didn't have little girls. It kind of looked like that was a 2017 date on that peanut butter. Surely not. I'm not going to put a 2-year-old peanut butter in a ration from 2019. Now, I guess I can just split this open like so. Some peanut butter and some jelly. This is how I would eat it. I'm not big on like smearing the two together. I don't know why. I like it better when they're separate like that, so you can kind of get that separation in your mouth as well. But here we go, down the hatch with that. CT come in with another super chat saying that he's got to get out of here. You guys go subscribe to CT's channel, man. I'm telling you. Great content over there. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down either before you guys take off. Up or down. Up or down. Up or down. Trucker says to use hot water for that oatmeal. And y'all have a good night. Well, thank you for that super chat, CT. Sorry you got to go. And, of course, I don't think I've ever used cold water on oatmeal before. Not that I can recall. And man, I'm impressed by the salt on this mix back here. Thanks again for that super chat, CT. I really appreciate that, buddy. That almond, all that goodness. Yeah, the salt is nice. It really is. I think this is a chunk of pineapple. I love the fibrous nature of that pineapple. It's really has a nice chew to it. Makes it like candy. Piece of papaya with the peanut. Nice and salty. The papaya's texture almost reminds me of like a little hard gelatin piece. Not as big a fan of that as I am the pineapple. I like that fibrous chew that the pineapple has. And I gotta go for one of these extremely salty cashews. Look at that thing. If that doesn't look tasty, then you don't like cashews. Wow. Perfect texture. Deep, rich cashew flavor. And of course, the salt complements it perfectly. Well, I don't know what let's see. I think I'm going to have to make the oatmeal in a cup. Let's do this. ForMRE.com mug. I've got other mugs sitting over here. I just like to use the Bob Ross one and the ForMRE.com one. And also I have the one sitting back here that Bob sent along. Bob, you'll notice, I don't know if you're Robert or Bob. I call you Bob. Notice I don't have that bracelet you sent me on anymore. I gave the other one to my son. And his broke like a week before mine did. The day that I was doing a news interview here, like a week or two ago, something like that, I woke up that morning and the bracelet was like slid up on my arm real tight right here. And when I went to slide it back down, it snapped. So I've been missing it, unfortunately, and I don't know where I would get another one right off the top of my head. Raisin and spice oatmeal. Let's check it out. Some really dinky little raisins in there that look like they've been dehydrated beyond recognition. got a really nice scent to it, though. Dump that in there. We're going to be spicing this oatmeal up quite a bit, because we have some cool stuff that we can add in there. Alright. And I'm a big oatmeal fan. Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike. Some water. I always add milk to my oatmeal as well. You know what? I'm going to use a regular spoon for the oatmeal. I'm not big on the spork with the oatmeal type deal. I think I just added too much water. Maybe not. That should be about right. Especially after it sets for a minute or two. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. Oh yeah, that actually probably isn't even enough water. Very spicy scent coming off of this. Yeah, it's going to need more water. I don't like a super thick, sticky oatmeal. I like mine to be more on the runny side. Will that be enough to make it runny? I don't know. Probably not. Because what happens is it starts swelling up and absorbing that water. And it gets thicker, obviously. Yeah, it's still pretty thick. I mean, it's going to get thicker too the more it sets there. So give it just a little bit more water, mix that up, and that I'll call it done. Okay, that's good for now. Anyway. Alright, now I can look at the chat. I need to dig out vintage cigarettes that I got over here. I haven't had a vintage Camel in a minute. It's been a while. The packs of vintage smokes that I got. 3 of them are still unopened. I need to open one of them. They're all different. Every pack of these are different. You got a pack of the Camel Wides, which are open, soft pack of Camel Lights, soft pack of Camel Filters, and a soft pack full flavor Camels in a box. 3 packs of vintage smokes from 1988 or 89. I can't remember, 88 or 89. One or the other. Perfect to go along with that Kraft macaroni and cheese from 1980, probably 1986 or 7 back there. Come on. Gee, Christmas. Alright, there we go. I need to get out some of my other vintage smokes to dig into on live streams. I do still have a can of cigarettes that I need to open. They're sitting right here. I think they're just this weird Paris brand. Paris. When I first got these, I thought they were Camels because I got them with Camels. Made in Great Britain. Exportation. So these are British smokes. I never heard of them. They might suck really bad. There's 50 cigarettes in there, which is cool. And this is a cardboard can, which doesn't bode well for how these have held up, but I could be surprised. I have been surprised by things like that before, so very possible. And of course, McSorley's Old Ale House Incorporated. I thought this had a date on it somewhere. It did on the box that it came out of. It's a green Optimo. Came out of I took that right out of the box. It was from 1977, I believe. That cigar needs to go in a humidor. Readiness, I need to give you my phone number later. We need to FaceTime. I have some things to show you. Excuse me. Package from Russia. What could be coming from Russia? Russian rations, I assume. It sounds like Horny Animal's taking off. I'm off. Everyone have a great night. Well, thank you for the Super Chats, Horny Animal. And thank you for hanging out. And the concern for me almost choking earlier. Those are good. Foreman Bob's Retro K rations are cool. Yeah, they're cool because they got all those cans and stuff in them. They were fun. There's fun. I still have my empty-ish one sitting here. Hopefully my bow arm won't be too sore on the 11th. Oatmeal, the breakfast of champions. I'm a big oatmeal fan, man. I like to add fruit, dried fruit, freeze-dried fruit. I had a lot of freeze-dried fruit, especially like if I have strawberry or banana is my favorite. But you only get 2 packs in a in a variety box. It's just not enough. Unless you get the big variety box, and you get 4, still not enough. But they want to load you down with that peach. Load you down with a bunch of peach freaking original Russian World War II rations. I thought I saw something about that on eBay there the other day. I thought I saw some. No, it was German. Some original German stuff. That's what I saw. But the price that stuff sold for was insane. I did see a tea ration sell the other day. It was I want to say it was 1.5 ounces of dry tea leaf, or it was instant tea. It was in a container, very similar to this, like Dub C sent me right here. Very similar to this. The tea ration was in it. Was World War II, and it sold for $177 plus shipping. Insane kind of money, if you ask me. I forgot. I always forget about this that Bob sent me, and I forget using it for a bottle opener. Need to do that. It's a cool little toy. Tool. That's what I meant to say. Cool little tool. Being a tool. Can't say tool. You know what? I hadn't even thought about this in a while. Check this out. Corey sent me this. I don't know if you guys know who Corey is, but Corey sent me this, I don't know, let's say 4 or 5 months ago probably. And it's been sitting here. This is the Raisin cereal, Dunkin's. And it smelled so bad when I ate this thing. But, and of course it's got a little bit of bloom to it and stuff, but that's not a big deal. Oh, it still smells funky. It smells worse. Wow, I thought it would air out and wouldn't smell as bad. I'm mistaken. Which, I mean, I did seal it back up with its own adhesive right here. Like that. I mean, I literally have to peel it back open. I'm curious, though. After it's set here open. Wonder what it'll taste like. Give it a try. Sour, bitter, and lightly sweet. It's better now than it was, I think. Still not good though. Yeah, see how thick that's gotten? I mean, I'm just, man, not a huge fan of it being real thick like that. Anyway, this is the, what is it, spice, right? Can't remember what this is. Raisin and spice oatmeal. Needs more raisin. Because I think this oatmeal kind of relies on the fruit for adding the sweetness to it. And it's not sweet enough, in my opinion. Get. So what I'm going to do is add up, I'm going to open this fancy fruit mix by King's Delicious. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh boy, that does not look good. That does not look good at all. Oh, it smells like, it smells a little alky. Almost like fermented. Got plenty of raisins up in there, which is kind of what I'm after. I'm gonna have to, oh man, it's kind of wet. That's, ooh. It's not supposed to be dark like that. This has almost turned black under like that, under the powder that's on top. I'm going to try a piece. We'll see if it's even chewable. I don't know if dried fruit can ferment or not. It definitely smells like it's on its way there. It has to have moisture to ferment. I don't know about that. That's got a really weird bitterness to it that I don't think is supposed to be there. Is this a different type of fruit? Maybe? I don't know. Let me try this one. It's soft. It's not hard like I thought it would be. I think that was a piece of pineapple. Because the fiber. Ooh. No. Not good. Let's see if the raisins are any count. They look like osmotic raisins. The raisins taste okay. They got a little sourness to them that doesn't seem natural. I'm going to throw a couple of these almonds in here. Some pineapple in here. Like so. One almond. Throw some peanuts in here. Why not? Throw one of the cashews in there because I'm going to be stingy with the cashews. A little bit of the, I think this is papaya, or was it mango? In here. Give that a little mix. What the heck? I'm going to throw some of these weird raisins in there too. Why not? Ain't going to hurt it. I'll eat the raisins. It's not a big deal. Even if they are bad. And I want to add some of this raspberry jam as well. that a mix. All right. Looks like a cashew in this bite. Mm-hmm. That made it 10 times better. I like having the chew of the different chunks of fruit in there, other than the raisins and the nuts. The pineapple's a little weird in there. If I had to do over again, I probably wouldn't put that in there. Turn your belly to rubble. Really? I wouldn't know that. Will it mess with your stomach? What do you do in the case of fallout? Asking Sparrow 9612. Yeah, that the addition of the other items in here are really good. The almonds are really welcome texture and also flavor mixed with that raisin and spice. That spice is very upfront and strong. The spice is, I would call it holiday-y, like very, I wouldn't say, what would I call that? It just reminds you of like Thanksgiving, Christmas time type spices. Yeah, it's been cool here the past couple. I mean, the humidity kind of dropped out here because of a rain we had. I mean, it was in the 80s today, but it didn't feel hot because the humidity was down, way down. Not exactly pumpkin spice, because obviously the pumpkin has that really hard pumpkin flavor. What's this remind me of? Like a cinnamon nutmeg kind of mix. It's definitely strong. It's not bad though. Where are you going in October? Freezing cold nights for the past 3 months. What? Where at? It must be way up north. Not going to spend another winter outside. What do you mean in? Okay, and then you rode inside. Oh, Miss Marilyn says it's what goes in pumpkin pies. Or in pumpkin pie. Allspice. That might be what this is. It's kind of it's a unique flavor, or unique spice, I guess. All right. See what it says here. And I ripped it off there. Of course. Dang it. Yep, I don't have the ingredients list. Son of a gun. I mean, I do if I dig for it here. Let's see if I can find it. I might have stuck it in my pocket. I ripped the top off. That ain't it. Nope. I didn't put it in my pocket, so it's got to be right here. This box. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So I'm curious to see what spice that is. Maybe I don't have the top of that freaking package. Oh, I stuck it in it. Of course I did, because that's what I would do. Okay. Rolled oats, milk powder, which won't hold up. Excuse me. It just says spices. Contains milk, blah, blah, blah. May contain peanuts, tree nuts, soy, wheat, and sesame. But it just says spices. Also says there's dried currants in it. Is that why they were all tiny like that? Instead of looking more like a raisin, they looked different? Curious. The spice must flow. Just bought two Canadian MREs from eBay. Menu 19 and 21. Refresh my memory. I guess it depends on what year they are, too. Fresh from the spice mines of Kessel. Sparrow said. Lamb and vegetable stew. And I have not eaten the lamb and vegetable stew, I don't think. Maybe I have, I just don't remember it. Yeah, currants definitely taste a lot different than a raisin, in my opinion. Yeah, the pineapple was a bad idea in there. It tastes weird. Oh, it was Labor Day Monday? Bo says, I thought those raisins were currants. Yep, that's why. Yeah, that obviously must be why. That you're saying that's why they were real tiny and weird looking. Oh, your arthritis pills, the one that gave you problems? Yeah, that sucks. So now you just got to deal with the arthritis. I'm sure there's got to be an alternative out there, I would think. Alright, I'm going to quit eating this. There's only about 3 big bites left, but yeah, I may as well. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Could be a little thinned out to fit my palate a little better. But it is what it is. I want to try adding a little bit of that 3-in-1 or sweet and creamy to it. I think that's enough. Maybe a little more. I wonder if that'll change the flavor. About to find out. Now it's about the right consistency. That looks a lot better. Yeah, that's not too bad. It added a little bit more sweetness to it. And that coffee bitterness is there also. I guess I forgot to mention, foreignmre.com, guys, if you're looking for cases of MREs. Lemon poppy seed pound cake for Miss Aletha's birthday here. One of my favorite pound cakes. It's pretty much together. It'll be interesting to see if I can get this to stick in there without Busting the cake open. Weird stuck together match. Yeah, always take one from the back first. Luckily, Miss Aletha's out of the hospital now and just had a birthday. So, happy belated birthday. Light the candle here for you. There it is. That does not look right. That's a little better. And happy birthday, Miss Aletha. And I'm going to blow it out for you, so you better make a wish. There we go. Very smoky candle, I'll say that. Holy cow. Look at that. Gee whiz. Just going to let it do its thing. Huh. I don't remember candles doing that. Even would go as far as to eat this with a spork, like a piece of birthday cake. Actually, I'm going to add some of this to it for quote-unquote icing. I don't know how well it'll go with the lemon poppy seed, but maybe not too bad. Looks pretty good, I gotta say. KFC invented the spork, really? Is that true? I don't know where the spork came from. I mean, it doesn't sound out of the realm of possibility. Okay, one thing I will say is the raspberry jam does not mix with the lemon poppy seed pound cake at all. It's full of poppy seeds. Pureeing pizza. I saw a meme where some guys in the field put a candle in an MRE pound cake. I mean, the candle was a cigarette. That sounds like something I should do. Let me see how this is on its own, because that was a weird bite. Yeah, it was the raspberry jam. Made it really weird. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the lemon poppy seed pound cake. This one's almost 10 years old. 9 years old. 2012. 289th day. 2012. I don't know if I could eat pureed pizza. You're probably not allowed to eat any grains or anything like this either, are you? Samuel W. Francis invented the spork in 1874. Bourbon Street Joe Nola says that it was Samuel W. Francis in 1874. Does anybody know Colonel Sanders' real name? KFC Colonel Sanders? Yeah, Fordman, I don't know either, man. I think it should definitely be an option for guys. And the guys that don't want it simply can trade them off. Although there was probably would be lawsuits saying, well, the military influenced me to smoke cigarettes because they put them in with my rations, so I just started smoking. It's their fault. As if you don't have free choice, free will. You know? That's probably why. Oh, I'm not hating on KFC. I don't know who is. But KFC is all right in my book. Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah, it's Harlan. Bus stop, you're right. Colonel Harlan Sanders. That is correct. He even signed his driver's license, Colonel Sanders. What was another good question I got for you guys? I can't think of anything right now. I guess I'm not very good at thinking of random questions. Whew. All right. Well, that's been a lot of food to go through. I'm going to have a smoke chat with you guys before I sign off. My camera's all crooked, I'm sure. All right. Bustop says, buddy signed everything, Colonel Sanders, even his driver's license. You can make real money back in the day selling smokes in the field. I could see that. I could see that still being a lucrative business. um, even selling them like one at a time. If you stood in the city and sold cigarettes one at a time for $1 a piece or something like that, that's the typical going rate that people walking around are willing to pay for one cigarette now. Is $1. It's in Columbus, New York, Columbus, Ohio, New York, any big city area. New York cigarettes are $15 a pack. They're $15 a pack. So dollar a cigarette's not really that much of a markup versus, the deal that you get when you buy a whole pack. But Columbus, that's a pretty huge markup. I mean, you could pick up a pack of Marlboros in Columbus for like $7 something, I would say. Miss Marilyn says, Smokey, I got a can of Camels off of eBay for $9 plus shipping, factory sealed, 40 smokes. It's going to look like, oops, stepped on the power cord. Miss Marilyn, that is a, that is a killer deal. I paid way more than that for the ones that I got, but I think that's how many's in this can. I'm getting it so I can check, because I can't remember if it was 40 or 50 in this can. Seems like it was 40. And then I also did a 60 count can. Kill that light. Still lots of reflection there. Anyway, light. There we go. Somebody's in here. Still one in here, I believe. Yep. Still got one in there. One smoke left. Smells good too. It smells really good. Why is it not saying how many? Oh, nope, this was a 50 count. It says right there. 50 Class A cigarettes. Blend of USA. So I discovered something the other day that I found to be quite interesting. That I really honestly didn't think about it until the other day. And that is like Frito-Lay brand. Cheetos, Doritos, Lay's potato chips. What else? Like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, stuff like that. So there's a huge difference in the way Mexican Fritos and Doritos, anything actually, Pepsi, anything. There's a huge difference in the way that it tastes versus the way the United States stuff tastes. And even macaroni and cheese and like, what else? There was something else too. But it's crazy how much different the things can be from like our own brands that were invented, made right here in America, but are sold all over the world now. How much different they are to cater to, I guess, different palate tendencies in other countries, is how I would describe that. You know, we here tend to have a sweet tooth, obviously. We also are becoming more of a spice-driven country where we like to have more things are on the spicier side, or definitely more spiced up in general, just with the abundance of different added spices in them. And it hasn't always been that way. We were quite the bland country for quite a long time. If you look back at the types of food, the way they were cooked, and things like that. Now, of course, there are exceptions to to everything I'm saying here. You know, down south, Louisiana, they've always kind of, not always, but somewhat tended to like more spices and spicy things. But in general, throughout the entire country is what I'm talking, like in a general sense, that we've been kind of more of a bland country, and we're coming around to more spices the more time goes on. All their carbonated beverages are. What? They still sell silk cut, but all of our cigarettes come in. Go on, cats. It's made with real cane sugar. I got a couple. I think I still have a couple different Mexican produced sodas in my refrigerator. I think I have a Pepsi and I think I have a Coca-Cola. Both. The Pepsi's in like a twisted glass bottle. I used to have one set here, and then the Coca-Cola is in a they're larger than the typical bottle that I would buy here. But glass bottles are still heavily used in Mexico because of the recycling. They recycle the glass bottles. It's still a large business down there. And it honestly makes sense for the environment to use glass bottles and to recycle them, not to just throw them in the trash. Bus Stop says Pepsi from the Philippines tastes like candy. Huh. I wonder why. Because of, I assume it's probably the same as, or similar to the Mexican, and they probably use full cane sugar in that. Doritos sodas, yeah. Some of those are really good, and some of them I'm not too keen on. Personal preference. The Tamarind Coke Pineapple. What was that? Bourbon Street Joe Nola says Tamarind Coke Pineapple. Are you talking about the flavors on the Doritos? What was it I had? I had something recently, and I was blown away with how good it was. I can't remember. It might have even been on a live stream. It might have been a... can't remember what it was. It was really good. It was unexpected. It was so that I didn't expect it to be so good. Pretty sure it was a Mexican cola. Yeah, it was. It was one that I got that I picked up at the Mexican grocery store that I frequent, and and I tried it on a live stream, and it was really, really good. But I had it ice cold as well. The regular Doritos cola, not such a fan of the others. I think I might be with you on that. There might be a couple. I can't remember if I like the orange or not. There's one other one that I tend to like that I've had before, but I think the cola is the one that I would go back to. It's like a good staple. Only water, Aletha. That gets old. It's good for you though. They own Hostess. Who owns Hostess? Doritos owns Hostess. Really? Or Hostess owns Doritos? Doritos? Am I saying that right? Doritos. Bimbo makes good bread. Yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Love water. Good for you. I get so bored with water so quick. My mother's family in Alabama is getting flooded out. Well, that sucks. I know. I know a lot of that's been going on, and you know what? Hang on a second, because there's something up. I don't know if I should mention this or not. I got to check real quick to see if Miss Renee got back to me. She didn't get back to me. Well, I can't mention this. Yeah, better not. Here, I'll just ask him. I'll ask Miss Marilyn real quick in real time. I saw some news about serious flooding in D.C. You guys are having a tough time with bad weather. Flooding in D.C. too? Really? I didn't know about that. Hmm. I think I just missed something on eBay as well. Of course I did. It's just kind of luck I got. So I know Miss Marilyn said most of us already know. Most folks in the chat probably already know. If you guys know who Multi Magnum is, his wife not doing so, or wasn't doing so well. I hope she's getting better. Uh, she had COVID, has COVID, and she was in the hospital. So I hope his wife is doing better. And I hope he's doing okay and she's getting better, because I mean that stuff is it's bad, and I hate to hear anybody getting it and getting it bad. You know what I mean? Like ending up in the hospital, and it scares me because I feel like there hasn't been enough research done, or they haven't made enough breakthroughs to be treating it properly. I know some people that have gotten treatments that snapped them right out of it. Even a guy that was on his deathbed, they were unplugging him. Um, and it was a last ditch effort by one of his friends. Called in a doctor buddy of theirs. He came in and he couldn't understand why they hadn't treated him with certain treatments that are good for COVID, and they hadn't done it. And he's a doctor, and he administered a couple shots in the fella, and he pretty much snapped right out of it. Uh, That's one thing that I forgot until I just saw you say that, Aletha. And I remember them saying that they needed people that had been infected to donate plasma because we have the antibodies. And I need to do that myself because I'm sure that I'm full of antibodies. Well, um, trying to send positive vibes towards Mrs. Multimagnum. Hopefully she gets out of it and comes out of it. Um, I really hope she does. And yeah, if there's a way that we could help somehow, I mean, I think that's what we should do if we can. I don't know. I don't even know what blood type I am. That's pretty sad, but I don't. I don't know. All right. Well, I'm going to flip the camera back around and look at the leftovers here. All right, guys. Been another week in the books. Another Saturday night live stream. I want to thank each and every one of you folks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down, either way, before you take off out of here. It'd be much appreciated if you would do that and let the algorithm know that you care. And I want to say a huge thanks to everybody who sent in a super chat tonight, which I probably can't even read the list. Nope, I can't even read one. That's sad. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna dig into some research on the Kraft macaroni and cheese. See what I can't find out about it, so I can put together somewhat of a good presentation on the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and see what happens to a 34-year-old box of macaroni and cheese. 35-year-old box of macaroni and cheese. Pretty sure it's either 86 or 87. If it's 87, it's a 50th anniversary of Kraft macaroni and cheese. But I thank you guys so much, and my stomach's nice and tore up. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, thank you guys. Thanks so much to my patrons for hanging in there, being my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. That is giving me the ability to keep my eye on eBay and hopefully make a purchase of something cool that we can have on the channel. And I need to get back to making videos. I'm looking at, finally found somebody who, I haven't talked to a person yet, but I found a resource for college students that are in media classes that are looking to help film and edit on a channel like mine. So it could be perfect. And I'm going to look into that and see if I can't make that happen. Of course, it's going to cost me money to hire these people, but I need to try to be as efficient as possible and film as much as possible when I hire them. Kitty, honey, I'm sorry, but you got to get down. All right. But all right, guys, that's another one in the books. I guess now all I really got left to do is say thank you guys for watching. And I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later. Bus stop, yeah, short videos. I want to do like some short 1-minute videos that can be on YouTube Shorts. I really want to do that. And I also wouldn't mind starting a TikTok because I got some really good ideas for TikTok. But yeah, kind of I don't even know how to do that. So, all right, I broke my goodbye. I'm just going to sign out, guys. See y'all later. Or I'll see you most likely next week. Don't forget go ahead and go over and hit the notification for set reminder on the Ration Museum live stream that will be happening next Sunday. I've already got my reminder set. So, yeah, you guys go do that, and I'll see y'all next week. Later, y'all.